Hello people, this is Barry, your favorite European pocket tuber, and today we're going to be talking about the disparity between the US market and the European market, and then we'll do some catching up on what is going on with the Scarlet by the Euro. Now, disparity between the US and the EU. So if you're American and you're watching, welcome to the channel. If you're new as well, just so you know, the disparity in price is just crazy. Lately, there has been a discrepancy in price between the US and the EU, which a bit encounter for basically just the exchange rate of euro dollar. But right now it's crazy. So to give you an example, you can still find plenty of booster boxes for about 180 euros, 185. If you want more volume, then you need to go towards the 200 euros, which as of right now, it would be $220. Whereas, as you may know, it's selling for basically $300 in the US. So it's a difference of 30%? About 30% difference, which is after exchange rate. So net 30% difference, which is quite a lot. And keep in mind, you know, the price in the EU includes the equivalent, let's say European equivalent of sales tax, which is called VAT, value added tax. Now, if you ask me, Barrett, what is the value added to a product that has been manufactured in either the EU or the US, put it into a box, sealed, and then sold to people? No idea, but that's the way the world works, I guess. You know, sales tax VAT in the EU is roughly, and the UK as well, is it ranges around 20%. Depends on the country, or on the European country. In Italy, it's 22%. I know that in Finland, I think it's 25%, one of the highest. Some other countries have it at 20. So that's just so you know, including sales tax, it's $220. Okay, and that's 20%. 20% of it, 20% of it goes to taxes. Whereas in the US, equivalently, the same currency is $300. Okay, but we know the US market has always been a bit different. I think, as I always say, I think it goes with the culture of you know, the US culture of trying to you know, make a hustle out of many. I don't want to say everything, but it's just different culture, the way I see it. You guys, if you're American and watching, correct me if I'm wrong. Now, that being said, and this is just an example. If we take you know, all the boxes that are sitting, all the SV boxes that are sitting in the 200. So Paradox and $200 in the US. Paradox, Temporal, I think Obsidian is right there as well. So speaking strictly for Temporal and Paradox, they are 150 euros, and you can find a lot of them for 150 euros in the EU, which would be at 10% of it, so 15 plus 150, $165, okay, including the 20-ish% sales tax. So $165 including sales tax net. You can buy it, take 20, 40 boxes, ship to your house in the EU, equivalently $200 in the $20+ in the US, and then I believe you need to add sales tax to that, which is not much, but still you need to add it. So, and that's what, a 25% also difference roughly. So just a large discrepancy, which opens up arbitrage opportunities. I'm sure many people are buying in the EU and selling in the US using middlemen. It is what it is, I guess. Also, if you take Fusion Strike's roughly $900 in the US. You can still get it for about 550 to 600 euros, which once again at 10% you get the euro dollar equivalent as of right now, so $650, which, you know, it's quite a lot. It's also again 30% difference between the US and the European Union, and in the UK prices are basically the same as in the EU. Now, wanted to keep you updated for that. When, you know, if you're American and watching the channel, you like to know what is going on, or if you're new and you want to know what is going on in other markets, and then do some catch up just in case perhaps you were missing my pretty handsome face or you're just missing my hair. Not having a great hair day today. Let me know out of 10 what you think it is. I'll give it a 7.5. Not great. Not feeling great today. Okay, need to adjust it. But wanted to also give you some perspective on. So I should probably make a dedicated video, but who cares? Nobody's gonna watch this nor other upcoming videos, anyways. So what I want to say is, Skyline Violet basically is coming to an end. We're just missing Destined Rivals, but we know what cards are going to be in Destined Rivals. So we're just missing the reaction of the market to Destined Rivals, and we are missing the Black Bolt. No, sorry, the Black and White set. Okay, which I'm pretty excited about, given that the fact that I grew up with Black and White. Okay, because I'm 16 3/4. Now, if we have to look back, and we should look back, and I think people are looking back at Scarlet and Violet. Now the question is, what is the best set or sets? Now, if you look at TCG Player, at Card Market, the answer I think lies when it comes to main sets to Polity Evolved. Okay. Now there is an argument that Surgeon is also doing pretty well, considering that it's much newer. It's, I think, more than a year newer than Mr. P. Now, if you don't look solely, purely, uniquely, flexing my English there, at main sets. So if you also take a look at 151 Prismatic, I think, I would need to look at the numbers, but top of my head, I think 151 might be doing better than Mr. P. The problem is, for those of you who don't know, 151 never got as cheap in the U as it got in the US. Okay? In the US, there was a time you could easily find it, correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember in the $30-ish per bundle, I'm talking about booster bundles, never dropped below 50 euros, okay, in the U, never. It went to 50 only after the restock that we had. I think it was September of 2024, October 2024. So, I think there lies your answer. What are the best sets? 151, Mr. P. Surgeon, yes, just newer. So, the way I see it, if you're interested in purchasing these items, which do I recommend it? You do you. But, I mean, if I knew the future, I wouldn't be here, guys, right? So I could say Mr. P is going to do well. Somebody's going to watch this video, it's going to hate on me. 5 years from now, nobody's going to remember. But the answer, the reality is, I don't know. If I knew, I wouldn't be here. So, I mean, you can take the route of, I don't know, buy a bit of everything. You can now perhaps go heavier on Mr. P on 151. Okay. Now, and I'm gonna end it with this, just so you know. There was a time Evolving Skies was at $200, 200 euros plus, while all the other Soul and Shield boxes were in the low 100s. Okay. And this was I think end of 2021, early 2022. But I also remember when Lost Origin came out, I think Evolving Skies was still in the 300-ish, okay, and Lost Origin was in 130, 120, okay. So there was a time, what I'm saying is, there was a time Evolving Skies was much more expensive than the other sets in the same era. Yet, look at what happened to Evolving Skies. So, I'm not saying what happened in the past is going to happen in the future, because once again, if that was the case, I'd be rich. It could happen. It may not happen. one way to try to forecast the future is take a look at the past, but the past is gone. So just so you know, there was a time Love Disguise was cheap, but it was the most expensive among peers. I guess time will tell whether it's gonna happen again with Mr. P, 151, Destin Rivals, Surgeon. I don't know, but time knows the answer. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.